Populism. It works, you know. It works to win over the Reform Party Company Limited with one majority shareholder. You know, voters. Well, you see, these people who are contemplating voting, or they've already made their mind up, many of them have, voting for the Reform Party. And they're, how to put it, they're Hitler sympathiser candidates. An occasional drowner, stick your boot on the head, make sure they're taking the water into the lungs. Yeah, okay. Then float away. Such as Ben Habib. Well, now you're going to hate me for this. People say you shouldn't be nasty to them. You shouldn't call them names. No. We should pander to them. But I'm going to say it as is, and as I see it. If you vote for the Reform Party, you're a fascist. Plain and simple. If you condone the people who are the candidates of the Reform Party, well then, quite frankly, you are a fascist. Sorry, just say it as I see it. What was it you said? Huh? There's no fascists in the Reform Party. No, there isn't. Well, they've got a vetting system, you see. Yeah, vetting. That's what they're doing. They're vetting everybody. Yeah, Nigel Farage said that they're vetting every single candidate of the Reform Party. It's cost a princely sum of £144,000. Must be alright then, mustn't it? Unfortunately, Nigel Farage didn't read the first paragraph in the contract, where it states that the company that they have contracted to do the vetting, so I'm trying to laugh at it, anyway, to do the vetting, only provides the tools to do the vetting. They don't actually do the vetting itself. It's down to the Reform Party to do that, using their tools. They might give it a bit of guidance, maybe. They might have an instruction manual, maybe. But they do not do the vetting. No. And they're telling you that they're going to make everything better, when they can't even get that bit right. And you're willing to vote for them on the basis of what? Immigrants. Yes, immigration. The little people in the little boats. Quite happy to hear Nigel Farage say, we're going to shove them in the boat and send them back to France. As if France is going to accept them out of English waters. What are they going to do? Send them straight back again, maybe. How to win friends. And more enemies, more like it. Flippin' hell. Nigel Farage. He's doing his rounds, isn't he? He blamed the European Union for the fact that Russia has invaded Ukraine. He blamed NATO for the fact that Russia invaded Ukraine. Was it NATO's and the European Union's fault when Russia invaded Crimea, Georgia, caused a lot of shit in the Donbass? Was that the European Union's fault? Was that NATO's fault? I don't think so. No. He says it's EU expansionism. He says it's NATO expansionism. I'll get the worms out. The European Union is not expanding. No. It just so happens that countries bordering Russia are saying, maybe it's a good idea to join the European Union. That's not EU expansionism. The EU is, well, it's the European Union, and a union of member states. They don't decide. Yes, you can join, you can join, you can join, you can join now. Come on. It's your turn. No. Those countries are making a conscious decision to join the European Union and going through the ascension process. Just like NATO. The NATO isn't gobbling up all these other countries, expanding into them. No, it's not. Those countries that feel most at risk will say, hang on, we want to be a member of NATO. And why have we got NATO? NATO evolved because of Russian aggression in the first place. If Vladimir Putin didn't want more countries to join NATO, attack on one is attack on all, remember? Well, maybe he shouldn't be flipping acting aggressively. Now, Vladimir Putin, he's kind of moving a little bit away at the moment from oil, sort of sanctions and stuff, you see. It's finding it harder and harder to sell the stuff, to fund his campaign. So other than obviously putting all these taxes up like to 40-odd% in Russia, and say it's for, how do I put it now? Oh my giddy aunt. It's for the people in Russia. To invest in the people's areas in Russia. But no. He's running out of money. He's in trouble, actually, with his campaign. He's flirted the idea of a negotiation with Ukraine. He wouldn't be saying it otherwise, would he? Well, he's going to find it a little bit harder soon, since the Americans are sending over another $1 billion Patriot missile system to Ukraine. But Nigel Farage says this, you're antagonising him. Hasn't he heard of the word of defence? But you see, the right-wing press out there, they're not helping. They don't help the likes of Labour, for instance, or Liberal Democrats, to push past through all this thick air, smoke and mirrors. No. We've got Ed Davey. He's having to do all these fancy stunts. He'll be doing the turnpike next on skateboards, whatever, I don't know. I'd have to be, I do like it. It's funny. But anyway. And then we've got Mr. Dim. Keir Starmer. But none of them are attacking Nigel Farage. None of them. There's no engagement. Yet Nigel Farage keeps giving them so much ammunition to attack Nigel Farage and the Reform Party, but nobody does anything. Oh, it's frustrating. He keeps making one gaffe after another. It's like they're all giving up on Nigel Farage. Are they not? Maybe they're trying not to stir the hornet's nest. I don't know. No, maybe. But Nigel Farage has got two. Well, it's not just Nigel Farage, is it? Boris Johnson. He put a flipping Lord Serbian or Lord of Siberia. Staying in condos and what have you. Russian-owned condos. Partying and what have you. When he should have been negotiating, well, regarding, well, so it was the pandemic. Or was it the invasion? I can't remember that. Anyway. He had a nice time in Italy, did Boris Johnson. I know what you do. Of course. You send over Liz Truss. She'll sort it all out. That's what old Boris did. Send her over there. She did a good job, didn't she? To make herself look a complete and utter idiot and make us all look like an idiot. Sergei Lavrov said she was an idiot. Can't argue, though. The only person I can see that's actually criticised Nigel Farage is a Tory. And not the Prime Minister, Richie Sunak, either. No, it's Cleverly. James Cleverly. Or should I say James not so cleverly. But anyway, he criticised Nigel Farage. Saying something stupid like, vote for Nigel Farage, be a vote for Labour. But I'm sick and tired of all this. There's enough. All I hear is, oh, Starmer was best buddies with Jeremy Corbyn when Jeremy Corbyn was the leader of the Labour Party. Yeah, you know. Would you support Jeremy Corbyn's party if it came into power? Of course he never would. Stupid questions. They go on and on and on. It's like they think Jeremy Corbyn is like TNT. But he's no longer in the party. Keir Starmer did everything he could to push, to ostracise Jeremy Corbyn. But they're still going on about it. Still. Nick Ferrari with his... If it was a Ferrari, it'd be like square wheels or something. Steam powered. In Dale last night. And this afternoon. Oh yeah, I can't remember his name now, but he's a bit of a Tory fascist himself. But anyway. Still banging on that same old drum. Yeah, right-wing press or presenters. They're all the same. They're doing what they can to discredit Keir Starmer, Ed Davey. Well, that's quite. It's quite nice, Ed Davey. It's quite hard to discredit, really. But you know. It's a little bit frustrated, I am. Can you tell? No. Nigel Farage, right? He was asked, are you friends with Russians? Have you met with Russians from the Kremlin? He said, no, not me. No, not Nigel Farage. Of course not. Yet, what surfaced on the internet about a week later is a shitload of photographs of Nigel Farage and some Russian delegates that he had met with. The man's a flippin' liar. Another flippin' liar. These people are like that. Anyway, they're friends. All right, a little bit. What they're doing over there, I don't know. Golden showers. I don't know. Didn't vote me. No. Blimey. They're all at it. They're all at it to try and get a little bit of extra support. And maybe a shitload of money. Maybe they won't be in the FSP, I don't know. When Nigel Farage was on RT News, wasn't he? Maybe he's upset. He lost his shindig. On RT News. Aaron Banks was funding Nigel Farage, big time. About £500 million on accommodation and stuff like that, and a car. Plus the party itself that he was, by the campaign that he was funding. From a company owned by Aaron Banks. Now, Scott Day had to put it, a dubious source of money. Nobody knows where the money came from. And if anyone criticises him, he sues them. He sues them. He tries to do. Like Calder Walker, whatever her name is. Carol Calder Walker, whatever her name is. Anyway. She didn't have to pay his fees anyway. That man is just going to get more and more powerful. Because nobody's standing up to him. Only the occasional person with a milkshake. Why don't people stand up to Nigel Farage? Why? I don't get it. I just want to make my believe in baseball, but I know I'm being obviously metaphorical and all that, you know. He's an awful human being. A hateful man. He's made me hateful of him. And the reason he does that is to gain support. He knows there are people in the United Kingdom that supports a fascist party. They might want to deny it, what have you. But the people who are putting themselves up forward as candidates have a rather dubious history. And these people like to gain votes. So what does it say about the people who vote for the Reform Party? You tell me. Leave in the comments down below. Toodaloo.